Thank you.
As far as the specs, so it's a one-piece bat. You said a 12.5-inch barrel.
Yes.
Half ounce end load, correct?
Half ounce end load.
Okay. So, how did you come up with those specs? I'm assuming you like the way it swings, but how did you discover that? How long did that take? What was the process?
It's interesting. There's a lot of conversation about one piece versus two piece, and there in the olden days of softball, right when they transitioned into composite, it was all one piece.
Okay. Yeah.
And then at some point, two piece was introduced, and it didn't really take off right away. But then it became the authority in slow pitch softball bats was the two piece bat, and I think honestly, it's because your two piece bat creates a buffer for feedback. And a one-piece bat does not. If you miss it, the one-piece bat's going to tell you missed it.
Yeah.
You're going to get stung, right? So everybody transitioned to two-piece. Two-piece kind of looked modern and unique and different, and then people put connection pieces on there. And so it was kind of a styly looking bat too. But it's interesting you asked me that because it wasn't my choice. It was, but it wasn't. We had a really good bat in the market, and we needed a one-piece bat for that percentage of people that like one piece. Well, I'd always swung one piece because I'm an old schooler. And I eventually, we came out with a bat when I was with ASP or when I owned ASP, and it was a two-piece bat. And I was like, I have to swing this bat. Like, how can I put this exclusive bat out and not swing it? And it was the hardest thing for me to get used to because of the flex. And some guys can make it really work for them, but I square things up a lot. And I'm more of what I would call a power hitter. I'm not a finesse hitter. So I yank a lot of stuff, and sometimes I get long. But what happened is my bat would literally lag behind me, and the camera wasn't doing the right angle or not. But literally, I feel like a rubber band, and so I'd get a lot of those balls that would tail to the right.
Oh, sure.
The arrowhead was just behind me, so instead of cutting it the bottom half, I was kind of cutting it inside out, and I finally got the hang of it. And then fast forward to where we are now. Our company was like, well, we have a really good one-piece bat, and it should perform as well, if not better, based on science. And the science behind that is anytime you have two pieces to a bat or anything, it's a hinge. And so you're going to have a little push, a little give. And a couple of things made sense to me when I looked at it from a science aspect. One, you don't want to hinge in your device, whether it's a bat, or you never see two-piece tennis rackets, and you never see two-piece.
Oh, yeah.
I got to give Don Cooper credit from Easton, by the way. He's the one that really spoke that wisdom over me, and I was like, oh yeah, you're right. You don't.
Yeah, right.
Everything's a one-piece. The other reason for me to swing a one-piece bat was because the balls were getting really soft, especially the 52 that you play with an ASA.
Yeah.
So soft on soft doesn't really make sense. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna retrain myself on a one-piece bat, and man, holy smokes, was it an adjustment. So I jumped up a total ounce in swing weight. I went from 27 to 28 because I kept end capping everything because I was so used to the barrel lag.
Oh, sure.
Piece that I was whipping around and hitting everything off the end.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I was like, I got to slow myself down some kind of way. So I went up to a 28, and after a few sessions and when I got comfortable with it, I was like, this is it. This is me. This fits my swing. And I actually like feedback. I like to know I'm pulling my head or I'm missing or I'm hitting it off the tape or off the end. I don't mind it. It keeps me honest. I think a lot of people are discouraged by that.
Yeah. Yeah. I've always said to people, I feel like I genuinely get a little bit more pop from the one piece, but like you said, I know it when I miss it, but I feel like I get more reward when I hit it square.
Yes, so, man.
It's a good.
I can't tell you some of the balls I hit this year, and I mean, I should be able to hit some balls. I'm a decent sized dude, and I'm just good enough to be dangerous anymore. But I tell you what, when that ball got soft and squishy, and guys started trying to throw it backside because it wasn't going, I'd get up there that one piece and I would hammer it way out of there, and they would look at me like, "Dude," I'm like, all I can do is tell you. The one-piece bat hits the squishy ball better. And as I stood back and observed, I started seeing more and more people swing one-piece bats. I was like, they're catching on.
Yeah, that's very interesting. If you're hearing this and you have other thoughts, make sure to leave a comment down there in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Most people I know, it does seem like the two pieces dominating.
That's what's predominant. That's what's most in the consumer marketplaces too. But I actually